This is Health Talk, Healthwise, with your host, Dr. Karen Davis-Foulks and friends. Conscious living through living conscious is the key to creating a new paradigm in healthcare, health education for longevity and peace. Stay tuned for an uplifting experience.
First, giving honor to the creator of this universe and all that inhabits it, and to my mother, Shirley Hardy. I greet you all in love and kindness, and today is a terrific, sunshiny, bright, giving day. And welcome to Health Talk Healthwise with your host, Dr. Karen Davis-Foulks, my co-host, Dr. Kokayi Patterson of the African Holistic Health Association, and Andra Matthews, registered nurse, Because We Care Healthcare Training Center. Health Talk Healthwise is sponsored in part by WeDoPrayers.com. WeDoPrayers.com with the S, and my partner, Dr. Nathaniel Kane. For information, anything that you hear on this show, you can contact the Arc of Self-Healing and Self-Help. That's health education for longevity and peace. Dial 202-248-7749, 202-248-7749. And you can visit us on the web at the number 4, the word Cell, CELLLIFE.com. We're taking your emails at the ARC, THEARK, at rcn.com. We're also taking your calls today at 1-800-450-7876. That's 1-800-450-7876. My message is simple. Conscious living through living consciously. We're asking you to wake up, everybody. Time to think a new way. Step up out of the dark ages of healthcare. Well, what is the dark ages of healthcare? We're talking stepping up out of the dark ages of healthcare. We want you to learn the mental, physical, nutritional laws of health and the pure laws of friendship. We're asking you to stop the nutricide and the pharmacide now. I'm asking you to take a leap into the new science of information as medicine. Believe me, there is no new knowledge, even though we say step up out of the dark ages.
That's right. Yeah.
You've heard everything we're saying before.
Everything.
We're just asking you to think a new way, to apply for yourself, to be responsible for your own health.
That's what we say.
Create a new paradigm, a new health reform for yourself. That's what we're asking you to do. So I bring you the good news that you do not have to be sick, tired, in pain, lonely, or sad. It's a choice.
It is a choice.
It is a choice.
It is a choice.
You don't have to be that way. Think a new way. You would not hear me directly talking about any diseases because the science of lymphology teaches that the name of the disease means nothing anymore. What's important is how to prevent and learn how to reverse the so-called disease condition of the body. But we're letting you know today that they're just cellular malfunctions. It's just that simplistic.
That's
the cells
right.
are not receiving what they need.
That's
Through your
correct.
food, through your thinking, through your activity, and you can make a change.
That's right.
You can make a change. But if you think about disease, then you're not willing to make that change. You're looking for somebody to create a cure for you.
That's right.
That's
exactly.
right. And the cure lies where?
Right there within you.
Right there within us. That's where the cure lies. So the science of lymphology is teaching you the mental, physical, and the nutritional laws of health. How to activate the powers of this miraculous self-healing body. And the first way is to remember that thought becomes things. So why not choose the good one?
All right. I like that.
How you doing, Andra?
I'm doing great today. I feel wonderful.
You feeling wonderful? You looking good. That color shine bright on you.
Oh, you like this color? Yeah, I feel wonderful. I had a good week.
You had a good week?
I did.
Good. Dr. Kokayi Patterson.
Yeah, I told Andrea when she was walking in the door, I said, "Go on, sister,
Yeah,
wearing
colors
that
look
blue
good.
today."
Yeah.
You know?
All right.
Shining.
She hurried up and introduced me to her friend. This is Big John.
Good.
But I'm doing fine. How you doing today, my sister?
I'm doing wonderful, Dr.
Great,
Kokayi Patterson.
great.
It's so good to be here with all of you, sharing and integrating and bringing all this information together that we're sharing with the WOL family. WOL family, we're just thankful for you. We're thankful for you sharing Health Talk Healthwise with your neighbors, friends, and families. We're thankful for you telling people to start streaming in on the internet. I got some emails from folks in Tennessee and I think North Carolina was, in Atlanta, Georgia.
Really?
So getting some emails in, people spreading the word. Just, saying it's something different, the people saying, wow, I really can take responsibility for my own health. It's not about what my doctors say and what everybody else saying. I can learn some things. So the science of lymphology is teaching you cellular ecology, how the body creates energy and things we can do to maintain that energy. I'm going to continue talking about the science of lymphology, and that information that came out that governs the lymphatic system came out in 1930. It's 7 major discoveries by so many medical doctors that received the Nobel Peace Prize that came up with how the lymphatic system worked. So that's some detailed and scientific information, but we're going to be bringing it to you. But all that information just simply talks about the lymphatic system. So as a practicing holistic health practitioner and a health educator, I know, just as well as my colleagues know, that it's better to teach you how to stay well than just treat your health concerns.
That's true.
Because when you come to us, we want to assist you, we want to help you, but we don't want to keep seeing you. We want to teach you the information that you can take care of yourself, that you can share with your families, because believe me, people, we're more than 7 generations away. What we do now affects 7 generations. What we have been doing has affected 7 generations. And we try and we want to turn the tables. We want people to start thinking the right way, knowing how to take care of this body.
That's true.
That's body. So that's what we're asking you to do. So we bring you the science that teaches you how to activate the most unifying system in the body, the lymphatic system. It's all about choice. It's written in the Constitution that you have a right to choose how you want to take care of yourself.
That's true.
Even though they denied us of that right. You know, Dr. Kokayi Patterson, that article, that passage right there that you were sharing with me earlier. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Read that to our audience and see how they feel about that. And we can take their calls on 1-800-450-7876.
You know, one quick thing you had mentioned that we're looking at generations ahead. They've already established setups for dialysis centers for the next 10 to 20 years. Mm-hmm. Okay, so they're already looking at generations still eating that sad diet, that standard American diet. They banking on McDonald's and everybody else.
Right.
They got rid of trans fat, but they're not going to get rid of that double murder burger.
No,
anyway,
right.
So moving straight ahead. So we got to watch out and look out for the generations, like Dr. Foulks said. Dr. Benjamin Rush, Surgeon General at George Washington's Army and a signer of the Declaration of Independence, had this to say about medical freedom. Unless we put medical freedom into the Constitution, the time will come when medicine will organize into an undercover dictatorship to restrict the art of healing to one class of men, conventional orthodox treatment, and deny equal privileges to others. All such laws are un-American and despotic and have no place in a republic. The Constitution of this republic should make special provisions for medical freedom as well as religious freedom.
So somehow they left that out, and now we're under a dictatorship that's making us think that the only way that we can take care of ourselves is through allopathic medicine. What about alternative, complementary, nature, natural, God's way?
That's right.
The correct way.
You know, one of the things that we know that happened, historically speaking, so much information has been, just hidden and stuffed under the table, as you talked about the report. So this kind of practice is something that they've been doing for, decades, right. Shoving information under the table and blocking the truth. And this is another reason why people love this show, because the truth comes out on this show. So we thank them for, putting that in. But it is our responsibility to ensure that these laws, that these regulations, that these policies and stuff that have been designed for people, that those things are put into place and that they come to being. And who can do that? Well, it's on us. It's on you out there, WL family.
That's right, because we all can just take responsibility. Really, whether they put it in there or not, we innately know.
That's right.
We innately know how to take care of our
That's
body.
Right.
We do, from way back.
Way back when. We know what to do.
From way back when.
We didn't got kind of, sedentary in our lifestyle, and we want to go get a quick fix. And,
That's what we want.
We feel like we have to go ask the doctors. Even myself, even come to me, right. We don't want to educate ourselves as to how the body truly works and what we truly need to sustain this body. But we want to give you that information. We want to give you the opportunity to wake up and think a new way.
You talked about empowerment, Doc. You said that, we don't want people to just keep coming to us and spending their money and having to continue with these visits. We want to empower them. We want to educate them. We want to make sure they know exactly what to do. As you just stated, my sister Matthews, we knew how to do that.
Yes.
But we've gotten away from it, this complacency, and we're looking for the quick fix, as Doc just stated, or someone else to be responsible for our health. It's much easier that way.
Or we fix one thing, or we help them with one thing, they come back with another thing.
That's right.
Because we're trying to get a new paradigm in thinking about health care. If we don't think about diseases and sickness and pain, and we just look at, am I properly fueling the body? Am I giving the body what it needs to generate energy and to sustain energy? And what is true cellular ecology for the body? If I work from that premise, then I'm not going to keep fixing one thing after another thing. I'm going to understand that health is a state of consciousness.
That's true.
So this is Health Talk, Health Wise with your host, Dr. Karen Davis-Foulks, Dr. Kokayi Patterson, and Andra Matthews. And we will return on the other side as we discuss the lymphatic system. Thank you, WOL family.
All right. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. No more back thinking. Time for thinking ahead. Before they pass away.
You're listening to Health Talk, Health Wise with your host, Dr. Karen Davis-Foulks, co-host Dr. Kokayi Patterson, and Andra Matthews of Because We Care Healthcare Training Center. We're currently talking about it's time to wake up, everybody, think a new way, create a new paradigm in your personal health care, create a new health reform. It's not important what everyone is doing around you, because we know what we're talking about doing, thinking a new way, acting a new way, bringing more live food into your diet. We know that it is not fashionable. We know that it's sometimes difficult for people to maintain those thoughts and do those things because the people around them are not doing it with them.
Right.
But we know that you are strong in power in the mind and that you can make it a new way and you can make this fashionable. We have to save our children. The African American community do not have to be first in everything. It's not hereditary. It's about a choice. It's about the way you're choosing to eat and take care of yourself. And when we don't feed the body the right foods, the right thoughts, one of the first things that's happened, and that's why this system is so powerful to supporting the body with maintaining what it needs, is the lymphatic system becomes stagnated. And when that system becomes stagnated, it causes a lot of problems in the body. The lymphatic system function is a natural process that purifies the body, and it regulates irritation. And irritation is a condition of soreness or inflammation in our organs. So how would this condition manifest itself in the physical body? That's the first sign, irritation. Andra, Kokayi, how do you see it show up when people come to you?
When you talk about irritation.
Irritation, yeah.
When you talk about irritation, there's so many different levels. There's a physical one, there's a mental one, there's a spiritual one. And as you talk about in terms of energy and body fields, if that energy field or that body field is not flowing or is not balanced, then we're going to get some stuff that's off. Some things are not going to work right. Some things are not going to communicate and interact the way that they're supposed to act. So some things are going to be off. So some individuals will begin to manifest some physiological activity in their body. Some constriction might take place. Some itching might take place.
Some mental thought process may take place. Irritation.
Some confusion. All of those things,
right. So when you're irritated, and you don't know quite what it is and quite what's happening, they call that SBS, sick body syndrome.
Right.
Not quite sure what it is. You're trying to figure out what's going on, but the body is sick and tired.
Of being sick and tired.
The body's sick and tired of being sick and tired. It's just all over, just trying to tell you something going on. So we need to pay attention to the fact that we just don't feel right. We talked about the early warning signs last week of impeding health. And the very first one was what? Irritation. We got to recognize it. And one way to recognize is through our thoughts and what we're saying. And why am I acting that way? That's not me. That's because the body's beginning to get out of balance.
Right.
So we got to pay attention to that, and we can correct that. We don't want to manifest it in something else.
But we get warning signs. We get warning signs before everything happens. That's where God got our body programmed.
That's right.
You get a warning sign to let you know that something is wrong. You don't don't know what raised them, but you know something
But
is
we're told
wrong.
that warning sign is a sickness or a disease. There's nothing I can do about it. But we want you to change that thinking.
That's what we
It's
want
a
to
warning sign is saying that you're not feeding me the proper nutrition.
That's
I'm
what
not
it's
getting the
telling you.
vitamins
That's what
that I
it's
need.
telling you.
You're putting
Exactly
food in my
right.
body that by the time I chew it up and eat it, I'm not feeding my cells the proper nutrition that it needs. That's what it's asking for.
That's
proper
what it's
thinking.
asking for.
So when we get through that irritation, then the next sign that comes up in the body when the lymphatic system is stagnated and running slow, the body starts swelling.
Oh, yeah.
And that is an increase or being increase in size or volume. That could be volume. That could be almost anything. How would this condition manifest in the physical body when it says that you begin to swell? What begins to swell? What begins to swell in the body?
Right, those ankles.
Ankles begin to swell.
Yeah,
in the body.
those ankles, the face, the hand, the extremities start to swell.
And as well as internal organs,
Yeah.
cavities. These
All the
areas begin to
organs.
start holding on to too much fluid. Because as we get into the science of lymphology, we're going to understand about the blood protein research, that hidden information that after the United States government pulled all the lymphologists from around the world, and at this time behind the Iron Curtain to study the lymphatic system, the United States said, oh no, we can't tell our people about that information. That'll give them too much power as to how to take care. It'd be too simplistic to understand that
Right,
they can make
exactly.
these choices. So
Exactly.
we're here bringing you the information. Again, we've been telling you in many fashions, in many forms, how to take care of the body. But when the body started swelling internally, you can feel it. You just feel heavier.
Right.
You know what's going on. So there's a problem that's going on, and you want to make that change.
Coming out of that irritability that you were talking about. So you can talk about a situation like irritable bowel syndrome. You know,
Right.
so
Yeah,
we have the
yeah,
bowel
we know-
tract
yeah.
that's irritated, so that irritation is either causing diarrhea
Yeah.
or constipation.
Constipation, right.
And with the inflammation due to the toxicity that comes about in the irritation, then we'll have some swelling internally. We'll have
Right.
some swelling and
Right.
bloatedness,
Right.
in that stomach
And then if we
area.
don't start correcting and looking at things like that, and you know the thing about
the
it is
fluid
we're
buildup.
talking about nutricide and pharmacide. And when I say pharmacide, if you listen to these commercials when they're telling you to take these prescription drugs, they're telling you all the major side effects. But two of the main major side effects to all medication is going to bring inflammation and constipation in the body. And then we're going to go take some other medication to try to correct that.
That's
You're
what I'm
only
saying,
constipating
yeah.
yourself anymore.
it.
You know, we got to look at taking care of our bodies the God-given way. This electrical light being body manifested in this human body. Because see, when you get down to having edema, and that tells you that your lymphatic system is now sluggish.
what it's telling
That
you.
now tells
That's
you
what
that
it's
your
telling
pH
you.
level is all off. Be honest about it. That's just trying to say you just got a toxic waste body when you
That's
get down
it.
to edema. And then
That's
it's going
it.
to take a long process then to correct the body from that sick body syndrome. So we want to catch you before you get there. And even if you are there, there's a better way to correct yourself, to change things. And it's not through drugs. It's just not through that.
It's not through
You know,
that.
I honor the medical profession. I mean, drugs are wonderful for acute situation, but not to maintain so-called diseases that are not diseases. They're only happening because we're choosing not to make a choice to eat right and think right, and we want to fall into that category. Oh, it's hereditary. Only thing that's hereditary is the thinking and the action that you're still doing the same thing.
That's right. A lot of people think that because I have inherited high blood pressure, then I'm going to have high blood pressure.
Right.
But they don't understand that they can change that. You can change that high blood pressure. It doesn't have to stay that. You can control it and you can change it. Even though your mother have had it, your father had it, everybody in the family might have it. But you are what you eat.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And that's the way you think. So
You
can
are what you
change.
think.
Yeah, right. You can change all of that. You don't have to be that way.
It really
and I'm a
is.
nurse, and I'm telling everybody that.
Yeah.
The doctors don't like to hear me say that, but I tell them that all the time.
No.
Well, Doc talked about the fact that, the science of lymphology. There's a science in all of these things. So medical practice is a science in that. Acupuncture, there's a science in that. To work with the body, there's a science to that. Well, there's a science with the body, within the body itself. When we talk about sciences, we talk about understanding certain processes and what's in that process. So if we study the science of botany, what's the process in the growth of this plant?
That's
true.
true.
What's the process in the growth of this tree? What does it take? How does it survive? How does it interact with the environment? The sun, no plant. So again, same thing with our bodies.
Same thing with our bodies.
Yeah,
Right.
we have to
Right,
look at our
right.
bodies scientifically. specifically, as you said, Doc. So what if the
But it's
lymphatic
not
system is not
complicated.
working?
Yeah.
You know, it's going to affect some other things.
It's not
That's
complicated.
true.
You know,
That's true.
all of us, each one of us should go out and get an anatomy book. It's we don't have to really understand how everything is regulated. You know, we just need to understand what organs work where, what we need to do, basic information.
That's all.
It's a live body. It needs live food
foods.
the majority of the time. We're talking about when you go into the grocery store, you want to turn to the produce department for the most.
That's
and if
right.
you don't turn to the produce department and your shopping cart is full of everything else in the store, you have to consciously ask yourself, is this food that I have in my cart going to fuel my body, going to support my cellular ecology, going to help me create energy and maintain it, or is this food death for my body? Is it going to lead to problems and complications? That's the question we have to ask ourselves. Conscious living through living conscious means I'm looking at this piece of food that I'm about to eat. Is it going to sustain me and help my body grow and nourish, or is it going to stop me? You know, this drug I'm taking, this pill I'm taking, what is it really going to do for me? It's not difficult to make a change, you know. We talk about addictions, and I've been doing it for so long, and I can't change it. Well, we talked about how to make that change. You got to root up some old things, and you got to start some new things. And the more you do it, the more you do it, the more you do it, the better you feel, the more you're going to want to do it.
That's true.
It's a matter of start doing it. You know, it's easy to do what we're trying to say here. So remember, the early warning signs are you start feeling tiredness, you start have failing energy, you get a little bit of mental confusion, and then that digestion shows up.
Body not working.
Body not working right, you know. And the digestive system is just so powerful, the body, because it nourishes us and it takes away waste, you know. And the majority of what your immune system is located where?
That's right
in the
there in the
digestive system.
system.
You know, the majority of your lymphatic vessels, you know, that helps purify and cleanse the body, the lymph nodes throughout the body. Most of these things are lodged in your colon. And that's why it's so important to keep that colon clean and feed the digestion the proper things that it needs. And I tell you, once you start doing it, you're going to know the difference, and you're going to want to keep doing it.
You say you got to keep the colon clean. Now, folk, when you go to the bathroom, you know, the toilet is used to flush away waste, but you still clean the toilet every now and then.
You
Right.
do. You
So
do.
if the colon is used to, if your colon is
this is
used
health
to
talk,
flush
health
away
wise.
waste,
Yeah.
well,
Dr.
the
Kokayi
colon
Patterson,
needs a
Andra Matthews.
little comment.
We'll be
you
right
know,
back. We're going to finish this conversation on the other side. We're going to finish this conversation on the other side. We're going to bring you some great opportunities
You're so right, my brother.
to help you clean that colon out and make some new changes in your life. This is Health Talk
Okay.
Health Wise. WOL 1450, where information is power.
Flush that colon.
Flush that coat.
Won't you make them happy before they pass away? Wake up all the doctors, make the old
Wake up, all
people
the doctors.
well.
Wake up. We're here trying to teach a new way, trying to do things a new way. This is Health Talk Health Wise with Dr. Karen Davis-Foulks, Dr. Kokayi Patterson, and Andra Matthews, RN. We're talking about asking you to wake up to a new way of thinking, create a new paradigm in your health care. We're asking you to incorporate the laws of health in your life, the mental, physical, nutritional laws of health in your life. It's easy to say that it's something outside of you that caused it, you know, but it's a greater person that can say that it was them. So what I do for myself is when I'm not feeling well or something happens, I just ask myself, what law did I break? Was I thinking wrong? Did I eat wrong? Am I not moving my body like I should be? It's my responsibility to correct it, you know. I may need some assistance in organizing things, and that's why we go to practitioners to get a more direct viewpoint. But when it comes down to it and we give you the information, we're really putting it back in your lap, saying that these are the things that you must do, and we can do it naturally. That's the better way to take care of the body. We're talking about nutricide. The foods that they say are foods that fuels the body, they do not fuel the body. They clog the body up. They cause you to be sick and in pain and tired and lonely, you know, because it's denatured. It has no life in it. It has no life force in it. It didn't come from nature. It's synthetic. You know, we need kind things. We need kin things to us. We need the things that we came from to nourish the body. We didn't get nourishment when we have a headache to go get an aspirin.
That's right.
An aspirin ain't got anything in it that's going to nourish the body.
That's true.
It's temporary relief, you know, and we want to stop temporary relief and causing other problems in the body. And if you got that headache, it's diet related. It's stress related. You're thinking too hard. What are you giving your powers to?
Yeah.
Take back your power. You can easily do that.
Drugs stimulate functions and they suppress or shut down functions. Well, food does the same thing.
It does.
It
does. You're right.
Thing.
Right.
So if you eat a bunch of oodles of noodles and a bunch of white bread, it's going to shut down the function of the colon.
That
you eat a lot of fruit, a lot of vegetables, it's going to help to regulate and open up and allow smooth flowing activity in that colon.
I tell people a lot of times when they say, I'm constipated, or what can you give me, and I said, drink some water. Huh?
They want something more complex.
Drink some water, take some food.
They don't want
if
nothing
you sit
that
there
simple.
And drink some water, you would be surprised how you go to the bathroom.
I tell you.
I keep saying that the problem that we're having is malnutrition and dehydration.
That's it.
And we're drinking everything but pure water. We want water mixed with all kinds of synthetic products that's going to cause problems. We just need to drink some water.
Right.
Some oxygenated water would be great if you put some oxygen in it. That'd be better, but all that minerals and all that other stuff, synthetic stuff, so it's causing the body's problems. So, and just another segment that comes from the Dietary Goals Report of 1997. And remember, when you go to my website, forcelllife.com, you can download 7 free lessons on the science of lymphology, and you can get this document that we're talking about, the Dietary Goals Report. So this is another passage from that report. The dietary goal states that once hypertension, diabetes, arterial sclerosis of the heart, diseases are manifested, it says, there is, in reality, very little that medical science can do to return a patient to normal physiological functions. They're saying that. They're saying once these things set in, that they gave a name to diabetes, and we're telling you that you're having a pancreas itching. We're saying the pancreas is not stimulated, right? It's not receiving the proper nutrients. The body is dehydrated.
So it can do
it
what
can
it does
correct itself.
Right.
But if we don't correct itself and start feeding the right fuels, of course it's going to dry up like a grape.
That's
and it's
right.
not a raisin. It's not going to function right.
That's right.
So when they say that these diseases and their medical cures can't assist it, because that's not really what's happening in the body.
Right.
Cellular malfunctions created by you not making the right choices to do what you want to do. African Americans, stop it. Diet has everything to do with what's going on in your life. You just can't keep eating all this denatured food and then say you're going to get well and I'm just going to do a little bit of natural stuff. I'm bringing in a little bit more fruits and veggies, and you just get a little bit more care. The more you bring it in, the better it's going to be for yourself.
Malnutrition, dehydration, you said, Dr. Foulks.
Yes.
Now, the malnutrition, WL family, you're not eating foods that carry proper nutrients. So you're not going to be nutritionalized. So you'll be malnutrition.
I like that.
Now we talk about dehydration, and we talk about not having the fluids in your body. Well, the foods that you're eating that are very toxic also call for moisture. So the salt that you're eating sucks up the moisture in your body, and then you're not drinking water, so of course you will be dehydrated.
You're changing the conditions in the body.
You like oodles and noodles, do you? Okay, keep eating.
Right. I think that you hit it right on the nail there. I'm a diabetic educator from John Hopkins Hospital, and I teach that all the time in my diabetic classes, that you have to drink this fluid. You got to drink the water. I just want to mention, Dr. Foulks, I use Coke to cleaning my batteries of my car today.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I use Coke to clean, and it took the acid off my batteries just with
what is
one
it doing
blink
to
of
the
the eye.
body? What is
You
doing
understand
to
what
the
I'm
body?
saying?
That Coca-Cola ain't changed since 1960 when we used it on the Mustang to get the acid off the battery.
The acid off my battery, that's what I
incredible.
use
People
today. It was
So we
just
want to look at
unreal.
those chemicals that they're putting into the foods. It's denatured food. It does not have life force in it, so therefore it cannot sustain a live body. We're talking about being able to afford fruits and vegetables and things like that. There was a report that Andra, you were sharing with us that people might not be aware of about the WIC program.
Oh yeah, Dr. Foulks, after 30 years, the USDA finally updated the WIC program to include fruits and vegetables. This is just
So they don't have to go buy those oodles and noodles. They can buy some fruits and vegetables with WIC.
This is national news. The WIC program, for those who don't know what it is the Women, Infant, and Child Food Program. And they get money. This program has been in existence since 1972.
Yeah, but they're giving people that denatured dead food. That's what they've been getting.
I know.
But now they're finally saying
the Department of Agriculture has provided this income, the low-income people, to go and purchase now fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. Do you know it was an estimate of 8.5 million women and children had their diet supplements was through this program each year?
So that's why we having what we're having with our children in our community is because of what we're feeding our children. You know, we're crying saying we don't have proper food, we can't feed our kids. Well, a piece of fruit is better than going and get that $1 hamburger.
No doubt about it.
No doubt about it.
Right. They said that the new rules was designed to decrease the saturated fats and cholesterol in the intake. They want you to take more fiber and more fruits in your diet now. So the voucher now has included for you to do that. And they want you to cut down on the eggs and the juice and the dairy product. This is just coming out.
And we just say cut it out.
Right.
Cut it out.
We're
Don't
saying cut it out.
Cut
Right.
it out.
They did a thing with
babies.
they did a thing with the food pyramid, the FDA and the Food and Drug Administration and all of them. And the new food pyramid says the same thing. So they just, playing back and forth with each other and, taking that information and introducing it to the community.
But they're just saying do it a little bit. They're just saying incorporate 5 of this and 5 of that and still eat all this other denatured food in the store. Go into Murray's and go in and come out with shopping bags full of food. But when you look at all that food in your house, you have to ask yourself, is this food helping me?
Right.
Or is this food hindering me? And that's what we got to start asking. It's just simplistic as that. We have to ask ourselves what's going on and why we're getting into the state that we're in. But because some of the signs that we're talking about came from Dr. Paul Lining's work, and he was one of the most decorated scientists of the 20th century, and he received several Nobel Prizes. And he said it's very simplistic, people. He said it's just simplistic. He said every ailment, every sickness, and every disease can be traced to a mineral deficiency.
That's true.
A mineral deficiency.
That's true.
He didn't say a synthetic mineral deficiency, so let man create it from nature and give it to you and say this is better than nature. No, it's not better than nature.
No.
It hasn't been better than nature, and it's not better than nature. And if you want to get healthy, you want to change your conditions, think a new way, act a new way, take responsibility for your body. We're here. We'll help you walk that paradigm. We know there's not an easy transition, but when you come to us, we want to put you on that paradigm. We want you to accept it gracefully and make that change. Break the cycle. Kids coming in from birth should not be diagnosed with cholesterol. I was listening to the news the other night, and they're now saying that the Pediatrics Association is approving cholesterol medication for 2-year-old children.
Can you believe that? I could not believe that.
No. They're looking for a whole nother generation to keep their market going. But we are African descent. We are African Americans, and we know instinctively how to take care of our bodies and our kids. We know what to do, and we just need to do what?
We need to eat right.
Eat healthy.
And eat right. We need to start doing these things right now, and we can make a change.
Absolutely.
You're listening to Health Talk, Health Wise with Dr. Karen Davis-Foulks, Dr. Kokayi Patterson, Andra Matthews, and we will continue our discussion on the other side.
Yo.
They do it every time. The world won't get no better. Wake up,
we're all waking up. We're waking up to a new way. We're stepping up to a new paradigm. This is Health Talk, Health Wise with your host, Dr. Karen Davis-Foulks, Dr. Kokayi Patterson, and Andra Matthews. We're talking about thinking a new way, stepping up out of the dark ages of healthcare, learning the mental, physical, nutritional laws of health, and the pure laws of friendship. We're asking you to stop the nutricide and the pharmacide now. We're asking you to leap into the new science of information as medicine. Because, we've been focusing on one side of healing, the manifested body. We're talking about the human body. But there is 2 sides of healing. And that's the energetic side as well. And that's what my practice is all about, the energetic side of healing. So when I'm asking you to leap into the new information, science of information and medicine, I want you to first get a full, clear picture of how you take care of this manifested body, what drives and powers the cells, but what is the true governor of all of those things? That's your conscious thinking. That's the energetic being. So before we start reaching that level, I want to remind you again that you can go to Dar es Salaam in Mount Rainier, Maryland, and over to Secrets of Natures on South Capitol Street and pick up The Unturned Stone, a revolution in preventive health care, the new way of health care, new science in health care, to learn how to take care of the energetic body which governs what's manifested. When we start feeding the cells the right energy, the right fuel, clearing the information pathways, we can take care of the body physically, but there's something that governs that information, and that's information like what we're giving you right here, right now. So we can go to Dar Salam over in Mount Rainier or Secrets of Nature and pick up The Unturned Stone. Go to my website and download those 7 free lessons. I'm available for workshops and seminars, just like my colleagues are. We come into your home, we come into your organization, we come to your church, we come to your business. We want to support you with making this paradigm change in your thinking. We're asking you to realize that the drug and food industry only makes money when they keep the people ignorant of simple, natural, safe, and highly effective therapies. And we're talking about the healing arts, eating correctly, using herbs, and using vitamins. But the first is just to create a new paradigm in how you feel about your health and your thinking and what's going on, and take responsibility and just think a new way. That's what we're asking you to do. So remember to inform all in Ward 8 that the health fairs that I'm starting in Ward 8 starts next July the 25th. Reach another level of wellness health fair. We're talking about going live, going green. We're talking about stop the consumption of refined foods, sugar and wheat products, sweetened juices. We're asking you to stop the unhealthy snacks and feeding our kids. So that health fair is going to be at the Anacostia Museum. That's the first one is July the 25th from 10 to 2. It's free for Ward 8 residents. We're asking residents as young as 10 years old to come out to make a change, to learn some new things, and support us while we're doing that. I'm also going to be doing something with the Southeast Collaborative July the 31st at the Petey Green Center, and I'll be mentioning that again. I'll be over there talking nutritional talk. We got the classes at Because We Care Healthcare Training Center, talking about the cellular ecology science. That's every Wednesday. And you can contact Cheryl at 202-332-3091. Caller, we want to thank you for that call, but we wasn't able to pick it up. Some of the calls just came through. But remember, you can email us through the week with your questions and comments, to the ARC, THEARK at RCN.com, and we will review them the next show. I know I got the email about soy products and the consumption of soy products, and I know I didn't get to a caller this week, but we guarantee you that we will talk about the consuming soy products next week. I'm going to answer that question next week. And we didn't get enough time to get to it this week, but I will answer that question for you next week. What's happening at AWOL, Dr. Patterson?
All righty. Great things over there at the ARC, y'all. I hope everybody had their pen out and they were writing those things down. Now, follow up. I'm going veggie back on what you just got from the saying.
I like that.
Absolutely. Not piggyback, veggie back.
All right.
Now, on August the 21st, we're introducing the Holistic Trinity. Will be bringing into the community Dr. Teddy Watkins, naturopathic doctor extraordinaire, Dr. Gerald Douglas, another naturopathic doctor who happens to be the co-founder of AWA, Reverend Pastor Tyler, another naturopathic practitioner, all of whom have been working for over 40 years or so in the Washington, D.C. area, working with AWA and doing things. That will be on August the 21st, and that's a Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Tree of Life Public Charter School. Again, Thursday, August the 21st at the Tree of Life Public Charter School. $25 admission and $20 for your AWA members. So if you're not an AWA member,
become a member.
Go ahead and become a member.
Yeah, you got to be a member there.
But you get more than those discounts with
Absolutely.
your AWA discount. With
Matter of fact, you get discounts when you go to Karen, when you go to Miss Matthews.
That's
anybody
right.
who's in the
That's
AWA
right.
circle, you will get a discount on those services. The second thing is that we have a Reiki Certification 1 and 2 course coming up with Reiki Master Sister Akua. Reiki is a very, very ancient healing art that's used to manipulate energy in the body and help to balance it out. That will be on Saturday, August the 23rd. That will be at the African Holistic Health Association Center at 3830 34th Street in Mount Rainier, Maryland. Again, that's 301-277 AWHA. Last but not least, we have an acupuncture detox course. So those who are interested in learning the art of our Right On, who are interested in learning, you got it.
That too.
Because you're going to be teaching the points for sugar detoxification.
That's right.
Sugar, talking about dropping all that stuff.
You know,
I need
the red dye and the juices, all of that stuff. So we'll be doing that in the fall, winter. So people will be able to call. And remember, if you're a member of the association, all of these activities and things that we're talking about, you're able to get a 5-10% discount and even larger discounts on some of the classes. Right, our already affordable stuff.
Community rate.
So give us a call at 301-277-2942, or you can email me at WP Kokayi. That's KOKAYI1 at yahoo.com. WP Kokayi1 at yahoo.com.
So just to share on that too, just a reminder, I want to remind the brothers out there that you still have your special for the colon hydrotherapy. You know, our colon hydrotherapy cost is only $79 per session. For the brothers, we're only charging you $69. If two brothers come together, we're charging you $65. Now, every year for my birthday since I was 25 years old, I've always given a gift away. Last year, I gave my consultations away free to anybody that called me. I talk to you for as long as you need to help you understand things. This year is about the children. Next Tuesday is my Earth Day. And starting next Tuesday, the children from ages 8 to 18, colon hydrotherapy sessions, understanding the digestive system, we're charging just $50. We're asking you to come, start cleaning out that colon and make a change. Andra, what's going on at Because
Well, you know, Dr. Foulks, we got so many great things going on now Because We Care, but I'm so glad you decided to veggie turn it over to me.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. Right. That's a big veggie turn. Thank you, brother. I just want to say, Because We Care, we got a lot of new classes coming up. And now one big thing we have coming up is our phlebotomy class. For those who don't know what phlebotomy is drawing blood. And we do job placement thereafter that class.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's a fantastic class. Now, we do offer the Entrepreneurship CPR Instructors course. That's going to be next Saturday, the 19th, from 8 until 3, and then on the 26th from 8 until 3 at Because We Care Health Training Center. Our address is 1426 9th Street Northwest. That's in Washington, D.C. And our phone number where you can call to make an appointment to come and attend this class is 202-332-3091. That's the CPR instructors class where we teach you to be an entrepreneur and you learn all about good, wholesome health, Dr. Karen.
They do. That's what we're talking about. We're giving you the information to help you make that change. And we want to remind you that it is our individual responsibility to maintain wellness, peace, and happiness in our life. In all you're getting, we're just asking you to get some better understanding, to apply some wisdom to it, to stop using the old terminology. It's hereditary. I'm supposed to have it. You are not supposed to be sick. You're not supposed to be suffering. You're not supposed to be afraid and fearful that you're going to catch these things. You just make a choice. Make a change to feed the body what it needs, to feed the mind what it needs. Align yourself with it, and I guarantee that the universe will send all those people and things to you to assist you with reaching your goals. Yeah. Is there waiting for you to ask for the assistance, to align yourself with it, to apply, and it will carry you even further. That's why we're here. That's why I love that name, Because We Care. We're here because we care. We keep our prices affordable for the community because we know what's going on. We know it's a challenge for you. We want you to use the healing arts. So we're asking you to stop, wake up, think a new way. Give us a call, 202-248-7749. This is Health Talk Health Wise, health education for longevity and peace. And we are here because we care.
Right.
See ya next week.
See ya.
Thank ya. Sorry, missed those calls.
The world won't get no better. We gotta change it, yeah. Just you and me. When you teach the children jump.
Thank you for listening to Health Talk Health-Wise with Dr. Karen Davis-Foulks and friends. Tune in to Health Talk Health-Wise next Saturday, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. For more information, call 202-248-7749. Peace, love, and health.
The world won't get no better. We gotta change it now, just you and me.
1450 WOL, Washington, D.C., a Radio 1 station.